Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick. Today I'm going to be talking about how I put LED lights on my turntable. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you go check all those out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for our merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music weekly playlist that we put together, and also the Patreon page. Make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So this is something I've actually been asked quite a bit about. I think it was earlier this year, May or June of this year, I came across a post actually on in a different Facebook group. I think it was might have been the Fluance Turntable Facebook group, where someone put LED lights under the platter on their turntable. And right away I was like, man, that's a great idea, because I've got LED lights on the back of my the stand that my turntable is on, but I don't have anything on my turntable. And I always thought it looked kind of cool whenever I saw those pictures, but I really had no idea how or where they got those lights to do that with. Because as you can see in the picture I'll put up, there's not a whole lot of space between the base of my turntable, the plinth, and the platter. I knew anything I was going to put underneath there would have to fit in a very small space and not rub against the bottom of that platter, because that could affect the speed of the turntable. And since I've been asked so many times about the process and where I got them, what kind of lights they were, I figured I'd just do a whole video and kind of explain the process, explain what LEDs I used, because it's really a simple task that really anyone can do. As for the lights themselves, I've seen some people that try to use like a regular strip LED and try to curl it or curve it underneath the platter. But the problem is with that, at least with my Fluance RT85, like I said, there's not a lot of space underneath there. So any kind of fold or ripple in that LED is going to cause it to rub underneath it. So I was going to need something that was already pre-round. So I found this really cheap, round, 10-inch ring light at Five Below, and it worked out perfectly. And I'll put a picture up of the box and what the light looked like. I think they're sold out online. I want to say there was only like $10, $8 or $10 for this ring light. But like I said, last time I looked, they were sold out online. You might be able to grab them in the store, but really any cheap 10-inch ring light should work. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that and break that plastic apart and expose that inner ring. The one I bought from Five Below was screwed into the base. So I took out the screws, broke the plastic, was able to free just the round strip of LED lights, and it worked perfectly. I will say that it did take some trial and error as far as like figuring out what kind of tape I could use, because originally I tried to use like some 3M like double-sided tape to put it down, but it was just way too thick and caused a bunch of rubbing on the bottom of the platter. So I ended up going with some just regular like Scotch tape to tape it all down. The other issue I kept coming up with, and I don't know if you can tell in the picture I'll put up, the ring itself is not perfectly centered under the platter. And when you take pictures, of your album once they're on the turntable, you really can't tell. But the problem is, the reason for that is there's the pigtail that comes off the back. You'll see in the video that I took of it. The pigtail that comes off the back of the ring light kind of stuck up a little bit more, so I had to find the perfect place underneath my turntable to place that pigtail where it wouldn't rub on the bottom side of the platter. So it is a little bit off center, but it still looks great on the turntable. Still works just fine. So once you get it out of the package, you'll try to get it centered underneath the platter. This, of course, now you can see kind of how off-centered it is. Actually, probably looks a little worse with the angle that the camera's at, but you can see it lights up really well. A bunch of different color options you got. I will say that sometimes like the white, when you shine the white through there, it kind of gives a different color through the platter. Almost gives it kind of a bluish kind of tint, but so it can distort some colors sometime. But like I said, it's really kind of a cool kind of option to have on your turntable. Really simple to do. Comes with this little remote. You can use, just a bunch of different color options. It's kind of a standard LED system. So what you'll do with the turntable, you'll take at least with the Fluance, you'll take the belt off, and then this platter just comes right up. And you can see that I used tape, just Scotch tape to tape it all down. And it's actually worked really well. Actually, since I've got my platter up, I should probably clean underneath it. But lights, show up really well, of course, with the platter off it also. And then that's the pigtail where you can see, it's kind of it kind of raises up here, and then you get the wires in the back. So it's really kind of finding a perfect place where that's going to sit and not rub underneath on the bottom side of the platter. I taped it down a bunch of different spots also to make sure that over time it doesn't raise up and cause any kind of bubbles underneath the platter and cause some rubbing. Then you put the platter back on top, and then, like I said, with the Fluance, I just kind of spun it a bunch of times just to make sure there wasn't any rubbing before I put the belt back on it. And then you just kind of put the belt back over the little spindle there and kind of go on and just double check, triple check, make sure there's nothing rubbing before you kind of finalize everything and put it all back together. And that's really it, just kind of finding the best placement, the best spot to place that ring light underneath the platter to kind of make sure, like I said, because the biggest thing with it is making sure that it's not going to rub and affect the speed of the platter. As you can see, once you toss an album on there, start out the lights, it kind of shows a little differently. Like I said, depending on the color you select. If it's a translucent album, of course, you can see the lights through it, but you can kind of see how it reflects underneath the turntable also. I don't know, but I think it looks pretty cool. As you can see, it's a pretty simple project. Didn't cost a whole lot either. Like I said, $8 or $10 for that ring light. It's a really cool, like, do-it-yourself kind of project that I think adds a different kind of flair to the turntable. I don't know, maybe people out there might think it's kind of gimmicky, but I think it's kind of cool to be able to match the color with the cover or with the album if it's a colored vinyl or what. But I don't know, drop me a comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, there's been quite a few people over the last 6+ months that have asked me about that. And really, when I put it on the turntable, I never really thought to take pictures of the process or anything like that. I never really thought about doing a video for it. It's just kind of one of those things that kind of, has come up multiple times over the last couple months. I figured, hey, I'll just put a video together and kind of show everyone the process and really how easy it was to do that and add those lights to the turntable. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a little thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.